Hey Jason, it's Dylan. My apologies for the delay. I just got back from a leadership conference on the East Coast. I guess I just don't want to be specific because I don't want to talk about my work too much. But I wanted to give you a reply. So this is number 4, I believe. I'm not sure whether I want to call this VlogFolks or Vlog People. I think I like VlogFolks a little more. I think it looks better in type. So I think that's what I'm going to call this one. But I want to talk about your last video and answer your question. So, you were talking about a red flag being when folks police what others do in the bedroom. I completely concur. Anytime I start hearing about that, I start getting worried really quickly. It's usually not a good sign that that person's someone I want to talk to. Outliers, folks who are outliers of being stuck in the past technologically, even though they are older, I completely agree. I meet people all the time who have been into technology or have recently found technology and love it and embrace it, and that's awesome. I liked what you said about people who keep doing something even though nothing's working this way for anyone anymore. I find those kind of mindsets a lot in the work that I do. You were talking about paychecks, loans, and predatory lending. I agree that's gotta go. I also checked out some of Driven Madness. I think it's really fun. I also like the concept of an American indie musician. I guess I've never really thought about that as a thing, even though I listen to indie music. Also, I'm filming this on my Chromebook, so I was actually able to check out your For Real page. Calling you Jason. I like calling you Jason. That'll work for me. I also like calling you Jason West Jones from time to time, because that just feels silly. So your question, evolution of multiculturalism in the United States. How do I feel about it, and what do I feel like the most strong key points need to be changed to make the most diverse multicultural society? So there's a few things there. You like to ask complicated questions. I'm totally okay with that. Let's see. Multiculturalism. So first of all, I'm going to look up define multiculturalism. So let me make sure I'm thinking of the right term. So, as a descriptive term, multiculturalism is the simple fact of cultural diversity in the demographic makeup of a specific place, sometimes at the organizational level, e.g. schools, businesses, neighborhoods, cities, or nations. Yeah, I think that one of the most important things that's going to happen over the next few decades is that we're going to, one, we're going to see a lot more environmental refugees. Like, that's just going to happen. 2, we're going to see a shift in what's really important. I feel that as people start divesting from fossil fuels and investing in newer technologies to power their economies and their nations, that we as Americans are going to have to get used to the idea of kind of playing second fiddle, because we're doing good work, but we're really behind as far as implementation. And I feel like the implementation of the ideas and technologies that are being developed across the world are what is going to lead us to a more multicultural state. What key points? So, environmental activism. That means that we need to see the divesting from fossil fuels and gas, moving towards solar and wind and water. Like, there's no choice. There is the what was it? I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Multiculturalism. We're going to need comprehensive immigration reform. There are more and more people trying to get into this country, and we are a nation of immigrants. I myself, on both sides of my family, there are immigrants, and anyone else who lives here who isn't a Native American is an immigrant. And I think it's strange that we have such a rabid anti-immigration sense about us. That's going to have to change, especially as we start having new problems that we need people to fix. Let's see. I think that our educational system has to change. I think that we really have to start having a world-class education where, where children are coming home and talking to their parents about what's going on in places like Turkey and Syria and Moscow and Beijing, and I don't actually know any places in North Korea, which is sad, but North Korea, you know, like when kids come home and they actually have knowledge of what's going on in the world in their lifetime, that's going to become a necessity, and the internet's only going to speed that up. Let's see, what else about multiculturalism? What key points do I think need to change? I think that's one, really, like stop treating children like they're not tiny, like, people. Like, yeah, just because you're a child doesn't mean you can't understand things. That's one thing. And children are not born inherently racist or sexist, and we need to start embracing that fact and, like, helping be the examples of how to go through this world without such prejudices that hold us back as a species. So that's my answer to your multicultural question. My question for you, I had a couple. I need to think of, I want to think of a difficult one because I think you'll enjoy answering it. My question to you is, I want to know who, this isn't a hard question, this is just a fun question because I haven't been back in a little while. Who are your top 5 funny people? That means comedians, musicians that are funny, movie folks, television folks, whoever you want to choose. Personally, I would think of comedians, but I mean anyone. Who do you find the most funny? Who are your top 5? That's one question. Secondary question, I want to ask you something a little harder. Let me think, though. I've completely forgotten what I wanted to ask you. Oh yeah. What do you think is going to improve multiculturalism? What do you think are the key points? And what parts of mine do you agree or disagree with? And I wanted to say I really enjoy these videos, and I'm so happy that I'm finally getting to film one on this Chromebook. I've waited so long for it. And once again, my apologies for the delay. I hope you're having a great time, and I look forward to listening to some more of your music and talking to you again. Dylan out.